Hi guys, Fuad here, back on Viper Sport, back in the building with another video. Before we get into it today, I've got to show you guys the first ever Viper Sport jumper. That's right, Mitch. Not selling it at the moment because obviously not big enough to sell it, but repping. Oh yeah, there's a t-shirt as well. Let me show you the t-shirt real quick. It looks clean. But what I might do with the t-shirt is, if I was gonna get in more, is make the V smaller and just like a logo. But the jumper is tight. The jumper is so nice. In the 10k giveaway that we're doing, this or that will be included, whichever one is your choice. And also, before we get into the video, I just want to apologize for any drilling sounds you may hear throughout the video, as we've got some work going on downstairs, alright? So anyway, let's get into it. Today's video, and I swear guys, I'm not trying to be biased, I'm just being honest, okay? I'm being honest. Why Chelsea could be the unstoppable force next season, okay? I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. We're gonna have a look at the team and how they could line up, and I'm genuinely interested because there's many points I've written down here, so I'm gonna tell you guys some real interesting points about the squad depth and everything. But let me stop waffling and let's get straight into it. Now, we know Chelsea have been genuinely very busy in the transfer market already with the signings of Ziyech and Werner. There's massive talks about Kai Havertz coming in, a new defender, a new goalkeeper. Everything's happening at Chelsea right now with the transfer. I think they're the most busiest club in the transfer window by like the amount of talks going on. You know, it's going to be a revamped squad, and this is giving Chelsea real hopes to be proper contenders next year. I'm going to show you 3 different examples that I've taken from the Football Critic of the different types of squad Chelsea could line up next season, or the different style that they could line up with next season. The main thing with Chelsea next season is the squad depth. There's going to be real depth in different positions with everything going on. They've got a lot of players in certain positions, which is going to leave the question to, are they going to leave? And also, it's going to really push players to the next level, because breaking into that Chelsea squad is going to be very hard next season. Jorginho has already hinted at leaving after he's pretty much been frozen out, and in his position you have Kante, Kovacic, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, even Havertz can fit in there if they were to switch roles. Willian is pretty much leaving as well at the end of the season. He wants like a 3-year contract extension, but Chelsea are not going to give a 31-year-old a 3-year contract extension when they've got new young fresh players coming up through the ranks. You've got Ziyech coming in. Hudson-Odoi has shown potential on that side, so you really want to give the young players their shine. The defense is pretty interesting for me though, because a lot of fans are saying that Chelsea need to revamp their defense, but there's so much players in and around that position. We've got Rudiger, who has not impressed me at all. Kurt Zouma can shine here and there. Tomori can be good. Ethan Ampadu's coming back from his loan out in Germany. So centre-back wise, there's a lot of options, but no one's really, you know, shown that centre-back quality, John Terry-esque anything, right? There has to be a keen eye onto the defence and what they're going to do around the centre-back position. We know the wing-backs, they're looking at different wing-backs. Alonso potentially leaving. You've got Ben Chilwell, Tagliafico, and also talks of David Alaba from Bayern Munich, which would be a great signing in my opinion. Kepa also in net has not convinced me at all. There's talks of Dean Henderson and Onana, and I think Chelsea should really invest in a new goalkeeper. Lastly, and this is my favourite battle of all, because we've got some real competition up front, striker. Obviously Timo Werner's coming in. He offers a different dimension. He's the quality on and off the ball, and he's really a team player. You have Tammy Abraham, who really made his mark earlier in the season. He's having a bit of a dip in form recently, but he's another great striker. Giroud offers something completely different in a target man. So those 3 are definitely going to push each other to the limit to break into that squad, because there's going to be real high level elite competition to get in. Or even if Lampard played 2 of them at once, it offers 2 different dimensions in the game. So anyway, let's have a look at the squad and how they could line up, and just have a little chat about that. So the first lineup we've got is like a 4-1-2-3 with Kurt Zouma, Tomori at the back, Reece James, Chilwell or Tagliafico if they were signed, N'Golo Kante just sitting in front, behind the midfield, Kovacic and Kai Havertz or Ruben Loftus-Cheek. 2 options there as well. Up top you've got Christian Pulisic on the left, Hakim Ziyech on the right, and Timo Werner up front. This is one of my favourite ones. That's probably the strongest defence we can get. Mateo Kovacic is amazing on the ball. Kai Havertz, like I said, offers some great dimensional play. We've seen the best of Ruben Loftus-Cheek a couple of seasons ago. Obviously he's been injured, but should he get back to the top level form, that's another completely different midfielder. And up front, if the chemistry is right between those 3, that's going to be a dangerous front 3. There's pace, there's skill, there's just, oh mate, I'm just looking at it, and that is an amazing front 3. I like it. So far, I think, from what I remember, I've seen the other 3, this might be my favourite. But anyway, let's have a look at the other 2. So we've got this one here. It's a 4-2-3-1 with Christensen and Rudiger at the back, do not like that. Reece James, Chilwell or Nicolas Tagliafico, like the last one. Kante and Jorginho sitting in defensive midfield. Again, like I mentioned, Jorginho could be leaving, so but those two at defensive midfield is pretty nice, you can't lie. Behind the striker, you got Pulisic, Kai Havertz or Mason Mount, and Hakim Ziyech. How can we forget Mason Mount? That's another, again, that when I talk about squad depth, there you go. Kai Havertz or Mason Mount. Absolutely brilliant. And then up front, obviously, Timo Werner, and that can switch between whatever striker and whatever dimension that Lampard's going for in that game. And the last one we've got is a 4-2-2-2 sort of formation. Chilwell, Nicolas Tagliafico, Kurt Zouma, Antonio Rudiger, Reece James at the back. Kante, Jorginho, again, defensive midfield. Kai Havertz or Christian Pulisic on the left. Hakim Ziyech on the right. And this is a bit of the different thing with the two strikers up front, Timo Werner and Tammy Abraham. Again, another great lineup. And you can't say any of these lineups are bad, apart from, you know, the centre backs. The first one was probably the best. When you look through each formation and each lineup, there's literally different dimension, and I must have said that word so many times in this video, in every single one. Havertz offers something different all the time. Like, you can play on the left, you can play attacking midfield, you can sit back a little bit, bringing in someone like Kovacic and still having the likes of N'Golo Kante. Like, this is a ridiculous squad. We have to open our eyes and see. I really hope they gel early. As a Chelsea fan, I really hope they gel from the get-go. I don't want another slow season, because this team is exciting me. It really is. It's a solid team, solid players, solid depth. And that's about it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of all them three. Which one is your favourite lineup from all those three that I've shown you? Let me know. And guys, make sure to subscribe. I will catch you on the next one.